in a sprinter. What's a 2 up, 2 up, 2 up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah. Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chillin'. Was the good guy till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got game, Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Never turn my back on my guys when they need me. Gotta get respect for my job, it ain't easy. In a good mental state of God is the reason. This is plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving. They say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off.
The dog pound will be barking as EA Sports is pleased to join you from the always raucous Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today on to...
Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you ride designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Yo, she could come around but can't stick around. That's how I tease her. Been having my waist since a little. I ain't never been no pleaser. Always gonna crush these souls when they realize I don't need them. I don't give a fuck, I close wheels, you cross the line, I'm squeezing. Every day the same routine, same, ain't no new team. Never ever had hoop dreams, but I'm ballin' like I want a ring. Demon time over everything, you don't know how much it really means. Struggle took a toll on them, oh, had to come and intervene. Boy, them keys to that Bentley, I'm tryna drive it around. I think I'm driving it gently, now I'm speeding through the town. I can't even put my phone down, tryna show the world how it sound. Around and make the wrong turn, we don't even wanna turn around. Lately I've been thinking, what would I be if I ain't take a risk? Struggle, I hated it at the time, but it's the reason I'm rich. Never see me knocking nobody, I know how hard it can get. Respect whoever on it, cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you ride designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. I don't do but I've been off them all week. Tryna take this far as I can, I want it all on
We are within shouting distance of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football on the lakeside here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Cleveland Browns. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And now off to the races down the right side. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Browns defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about
7.
That number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Fielded at about the 28. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cougar 19. Go.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Partner, we always talk about how important third down is. But I think first down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So they elect.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's go now. 70 Wolf.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
The Browns at 9-4 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Got it.
The
Ready?
last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
70 Lions. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go. Let's go.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
And now they'll shift things around.
Lightning 18. No.
3rd down, goal to go from the 8. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Fields. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Cougar 19. Go.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
60 Vikings. Bronco 80.
They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Browns! Donovan Peoples-Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Martin Emerson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. 22 yards there, a first down.
No jump, ready?
A gain of 22 yards. And the Bears first down.
Hunt will try going up the middle to about the 35, second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm.
And a fake here, direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw is Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Here we go, son.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This is taken at the 23. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Gravity Lions. Ready.
They're going to try and throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 65 yards. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Flushed out right. It got his man complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Here we go.
Fields. Here's a diving catch right side. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. On first down, it's Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and goal, Chicago.
Throwing again is Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Here we go. Go.
Fields now to throw. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The Bears offense staying put, and Justin Fields always a threat to run. They'll go for 2 here. Hunt going to run for it, and he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied.
Robbie Gould to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
70, hot 70. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Let's go.
3 yards remain for second down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted.
Here we go.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to
adjustments being made in the
Jonathan
locker room.
Coachman
We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland.
Report.
And to bring it your
Coach.
way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
A gain of 12. And the Bears first down.
Now it's Fields. Out route here, going to Hunt. He's got it. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Fields on first down. That's complete to Mooney. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
Fields throwing again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 66 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like...
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
19 Tiger. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. The York on now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, Fields. Under pressure, they got him again. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
No, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
At the 43-yard line.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Back to throw here. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Right back to Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On first down, it's Fields. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A really really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Now Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. Open man, it's Scott, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. To throw is Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. And they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Fields going to keep it running right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Fields going to keep it once more. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Meanwhile, Fields slow there, hauled in by Claypool. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
First down, Bears.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Cleveland, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.